Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're glad to have you back. I hope your day is going good. I hope all is well with you. I hope everything is going good for you. We are back to make another video to energize your mind, to reactivate your heart chakra, to get you back focused on the spirit and the spiritual things. We want to get you back focused on the spiritual things. You know, we live in a world that is not focused on spiritual things, but is focused on physical things. And it's where you place your focus, is where you place your reality. So if you're focusing on the negative, you're focusing on the bad, you're focusing on the worst, you're focusing on the cup only being half full. I got one solution for you. Change your focus. That's all you got to do. Just change your focus and watch how things turn around for you. Alright? Well, we're going to get on with the video right now. Got a nice beat flowing. I got my green tea. I just meditated. I just got through talking to God, the universe, the all. I'm feeling very spiritual right now. Oh, it's nothing like being on a spiritual high. All you people out there trying to find some kind of drug to get high on, it's nothing like a spiritual high. Because a spiritual high, you ain't got to go find some drug dealer. When you're on a spiritual high, you ain't got to be spending money. When you're on a spiritual high, you ain't got to worry about how the circumstances are. When you're on a spiritual high, you are close to God. You are in love. And can't nobody take your spiritual high away. Be on a spiritual high. All right. Well, let's get on with the video. Today I want to talk to you about self-reflection. I want to talk to you about self-reflection. You know, I just made a video on being honest and being real and being true to yourself. This is kind of along those lines. It's about self-reflection. I got some other things I want to talk about, but I'm going to start out with that. All right, you ready? What I am and what I do on the outside is a reflection of what I am and what I do on the inside. What I am and what I do on the outside is just a reflection of what you are and what you do on the inside. You know, I just talked about being high in the spirit, being on a spiritual high. See, the person you are on the inside will reflect on the outside. If you are full of hate, jealousy, anger, and all that stuff on the inside, it will reflect on the outside, and it will actually shape your reality. But you don't want that. This is why it is so important to be high in the spirit, to be on a spiritual high. When you're on a spiritual high, you are closer to God. When you're on a spiritual high, you can love better. When you're on a spiritual high, you ain't worried about the circumstances. When you're on a spiritual high, you ain't worried about how somebody treats you. When you're on a spiritual high, you are full of love. And God is with you. It doesn't mean everything's going to go right. It doesn't mean all your bills are going to instantly get paid. It doesn't mean all of your relationships will automatically get right. But what it does mean, in spite of all of that, you still happy. You still content. You still in love. Your vibrations and your frequency is still high. See, too many people base their happiness on their circumstances. They base their happiness on their possessions. They base their happiness on who like them and who don't like them. They base their happiness on who's in their life and who's not in their life. Stop basing your happiness on outside circumstances. Sometimes they change. Sometimes they don't change right away. But if you want to change your outside circumstances, you got to change the inside circumstances. And that's becoming a spiritual person. See, not many people are interested in this. Just look. Look down at the views. You don't see that many people. You don't see that many people looking down at the views. You don't see that many people looking at videos like, oh, they're watching music videos, cat videos, funny compilation videos, things like that. But things of the spirit, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people, and a lot of people are waking up to that. And that is a good thing. A lot more people are waking up. They're waking up from religion. They're waking up from mainstream media. They're waking up from this world system. And they're waking up to the things of God, to the things of the universe, to the things of love, to the things of righteousness and spirit. See, when you wake up from something to something else. When you go to sleep at night, you dream. But when you wake up out of that, you wake up from the dream to reality. That's kind of what like being spiritual is like. When you are asleep in this matrix, you are in the dream. But when you awaken, you wake up out of the dream and into the true reality of frequency and vibration where God is, where love is. That's true awakening. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna make another point. Y'all ready? The more you help others, the more God will help you. The more you love others, the more you receive love. The more you show kindness, the more God will show you kindness. You see, everything you want God to give to you, you give that to someone else. You empty out your cup, so your cup will be refilled by God Himself. And after a while, if you keep emptying out your cup of goodness and righteousness and love and giving, God will keep filling your cup up with goodness and righteousness and love and giving until your cup will overflow. The faster you give, the more you give, the faster God fills your cup up again. That's how this works. So the more you help others, the more God will help you. Are you on a spiritual high yet? I feel some of y'all's frequency raising up. All right. I'm going to make about 2 more points. I'm going to make this video kind of short tonight. All right, y'all ready? Don't allow your mind to dominate your spirit, but the spirit must dominate the mind. You see, we are in a warfare between the spirit and the carnal. One will dominate your life. Most people, the carnal dominates their life. They're being led by ego, pride, selfishness, anger, lust, envy, selfish gain, self-exaltation. These are the attributes and the traits of the carnal mind. And most people, or at least a lot of people that are asleep, are stuck in the carnal mind. But then the other end of the spectrum is a spiritual mind. The spiritual mind is connected to Source, or God, or the universe, however you want to address it. You seek spiritual things. You seek spiritual truth. You seek the things of the spirit. You seek wisdom. You seek to raise your frequency and your vibration. You seek to keep a high frequency and a high vibration. You seek to stay in the presence of God. You seek to love and be loved. You seek to give and to help. You are a spiritual person who is awakening, who may already be awake. It's hard to be the spiritual person because spiritual people ain't worried about the carnal things and the fleshy things and the worldly things. As long as they got what they need, as long as they are close to God, as long as they are in God's corner, as long as God is in their corner, you can have all the rest of this crazy stuff the world is dishing out. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind nice things and a little money in your bank account and driving a nice car and living in a nice house. But what good are those things if you're not spiritual? Jesus said it best. What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul, which is your mind? All right. I think I'm going to make one more point. I told you I wasn't going to hold y'all long tonight. All right, y'all ready? See, there is a battle within everyone between the spirit and the flesh, and your soul is the battleground. Imagine, I don't dip too much in the Old Testament things, but I want to say this for analogy purposes. Y'all remember the story of David and Goliath? David on one side of the field, I guess it was a field. Goliath on the other side of the field. And there is a empty space in between them. You see, David represents the spirit. Goliath represents the carnal. It's big, easy to see, and very overwhelming. That empty space in between David and Goliath, that is your soul. And that is where the battle takes place. I don't know if that was a good analogy, but that's the best one I can think of right now. See, your soul is in the middle. Your carnal and your flesh is on one side, and your spirit man is on the other side. And they're facing off on the battlefield of your soul. Your spirit man must win. The spirit must overcome the flesh. The spirit must overcome the carnal. That is the object of the game. If you want to know what the object of the real object of the game is you beating you. You overcoming you. You overcoming your carnal and your fleshy desires and becoming more spiritual. When you become more spiritual, you get close to God and you can walk in love. I told you I wasn't going to hold y'all long tonight. Kind of a short video. I hope this helped you a little bit. But remember, seek the spiritual things. Seek the spirit. Seek the things of the spirit. Be high in the spirit. Be more spiritual than carnal. Work on being more spiritual than carnal. I know it's a fight. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the carnal man won't fight back for its carnality. But it's worth the fight if it is to save your spirit. Alright, that's it for tonight. I thank y'all for listening. I'll see y'all next time. God bless.